In his book, Gods of the Hammer, Jeff Pavir illuminates the cross-pollination of Hamilton and Oshawa, two cities perceived as industrial, devoid of culture to many. But when it comes to music culture, they have both contributed to each other and to a much broader scene. One thing for sure is that Teenage Head has had a big impact and inspired two young men from Oshawa, Lou Molinaro and Al Cole. It is also worth noting that Mike Starr has contributed in many ways to Hamilton's rock and roll landscape.
Hey, come on!
Nice day for a party. Isn't it?
From the Trues, along with Sonny Del Rio from Crowbar, everybody. From the Dinner Bells, we've got Greg Briscoe here, along with Jack Pedler from Teenage Head. And I'd like to welcome now co-owner of This Ain't Hollywood from Kung Fu, Lou Molinaro.
You don't know how many things this guy had to do to make this happen. Lou fucking Molinaro.
Lou Molinaro! Yes!
Are you saying Lou or are you saying Lou?
To many of us, Mike Shulga, or Mike Starr as he came to be known, was the big man on the local music scene. Only Mike could have the Ramones signing autographs on a Saturday afternoon in Oshawa. Mike taught us that the best music was not to be found on commercial radio, but to the left of the dial, as the Replacements sang, and he helped introduce them to many of us as well as many others. Mike, along with brother Steve, grew Star Records with stores in not only Oshawa but Scarborough, St. Catharines, Belleville, Bowmanville, Whitby, and of course Hamilton, where the store's presence helped nurture the burgeoning live music scene. Cousin Paul Kobak ran the store and managed the early days of Teenage Head, and the Forgotten Rebels often frequented the shop too. Bob Bryden would eventually take over running the operation and produce the Rebels, who signed to the Star Records label. Bob would also produce the debut album by Durango 95.
Major influence on the music scene in Durham hopes to help the next generation follow in his footsteps. Mike Green has all the rockin' details.
Mike Shulga, more affectionately known as Mike Starr, tragically passed away last fall, leaving a hole in Durham's music scene. A special tribute concert was held on Saturday in his honor.
I think he meant a lot, that he really turned a lot of young musicians and young people onto very obscure music you never would have heard anywhere else. And he always seemed to have his finger on the pulse. So if he said to you, oh, you should listen to this, he was usually right.
Many of the musicians say they were influenced musically by Starr, with tickets for the event selling out quickly. Those who knew Mike think he would have loved every minute of the show.
This way this one goes.
It's all a reflection of all the hard work that Mike did. And when you think about the do-it-yourself ethic, that guy started it, man. I don't give a shit what anyone else says, but Mike was the first guy that basically took everything into his own hands and did it his way, whether it was doing shows, the records, especially when... Folks, I mean this from the bottom of my heart to Mike Shulga. May he rest in peace. It's all about Mike. Cheers, everybody. One of the Star Records' longest continuous customers and affiliates. Please welcome Mr. Al Cole.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good time. They asked me to say a few words about Mike, again, who's such a part of my personal past and influence and whatnot. The first record that I ever bought at Star Records was T-Rex the Slider. Who would have thought in that purchase that would be basically a 40-year friendship relationship with somebody that truly touched my heart. The first job that I ever had was working at Star Records as a clerk. And Mike, for some reason, took a shine to a pimply-faced teenager of 15 years old. Figured give him a break. Guess it's probably because I'd work for records instead of actual cash money. That didn't come until later. First show I ever saw in a professional venue, Montrose and Joe Cocker. And I believe that was with Mike and Paul Kobak, who's somewhere here tonight. Again, that Montrose record, that's still a personal... There he is. I think, Mike trusting in one's abilities to get things done. First show poster I think I did was that Rebels in Love with the System at the Edge. Through that, kind of inspired my whole interest in doing layout and design. And again, I appreciate every opportunity that Mike gave me to be a part of that. But I think the most important thing is through Star Records and through the Star Club was the folks that I met and the friendships and the bonds that were tied therein. Again, his influence lives on. So you know what, folks? Ask you to grab a glass or your beer. Let's raise a toast to Mike Shulga, the man who was. His influence, may it ever linger. God bless you, Mike. May you rest in peace. Amen.
The party ain't over. The party ain't over. Party ain't over yet. It's just getting started. Everybody, come on, move on.
Gentlemen, a special composition coming up here this evening, the Ballad of Star Records. It was written especially for tonight by Mr. Bob Bryden. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bob Bryden.
store 3 flights up and took over the town. Ball started running in Hamilton, but nearly went down. Mike sent me to the Hammer while Steve started Scarborough's on. Vito and Don sold us records from the back of their car. There's no store like Star Records. Ooh, Star Records. Ooh, Star Records. Ooh, never forget Star Records.
That's what makes a place like the Star Club in Oshawa very special. There was yes, there was a couple of dozen places like this around the world. That when you consider how many people live in the world, that's not that much. So it makes you appreciate how special it is, and how special someone like Mike Starr, or let's say Lou Molinaro, how special these people are.
The legacy of Mike Starr and the Star Club continues to this day in other cities in Ontario. Hamilton's This Ain't Hollywood is even named after the Forgotten Rebels album on Star, and run by Lou Molinaro, an alumni of the Star Club. Lou's college radio show, Lou's Control, is also a nod to Durango 95's debut album. He attributes Star Records on the wall of the club for helping him choose his path. It seems he spent his paper route money very well on that Alice Cooper record. Al didn't do too many posters for Hamilton gigs, but did quite a few for Steeltown bands when they had shows in Oshawa and London clubs. He loved booking Hamilton bands and helped promote bands like the Killjoys, Dave Raven, the Shakers, the Vapids, the Lorenas, and the Pantychrist. Al was Tom Wilson's go-to guy when the Florida Razors needed publicity for Southern Ontario shows. It is funny to see their inside joke in Al's What Wave zine. Al asks Tom, who does his posters, before getting on the topic of the Flamin' Groovies, who have inspired countless Hamilton bands.
Shulga. And just here, Stephen had asked me to come up and say a couple of words, so I'm going to say 4 words, well, maybe a few more. First and foremost, alcohol. Give it up for alcohol. All of us are here because of his amazing work.